This is Mara Alipur with another live. I'm just waiting for the Facebook to get connected as well. So let's get going. Now, I should be live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at the same time. So if you are just joining the live, say hi, don't be shy. Let's have a chat and enjoy this time together because I am going to talk about a very, very important topic which is related both to branding and marketing. And it is all about lead generation and why many of the lead generation activities that business owners do does not bring them the results that they crave. So I would like to dig deep into this topic and talk to you about it so that if you have been doing lead generation and you're not happy with it, you get some really powerful answers why you should make some changes in your approach. And if you're just getting started in lead generation and you would like to start marketing your business, you lay a solid foundation for your lead generation and get the maximum ROI from your investment. So, having said that, I can see that people are joining me. Hi Tuska, hi Mohammed, welcome. It's great to have you here. I really appreciate that you are giving me this time from your busy schedule or from your leisure time, because I know that people join me from different parts of the world. So it's really wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Let's take a look at Facebook for a second. Okay, we are also connected on Facebook, and let's get going. So I would like to start with the topic of lead generation and mention what it really means to generate leads. Actually, when you put the message out there about your business, whether you're a service provider or if you're a product provider, product seller, in any case, lead generation means bringing new people into your funnel. When you bring new people into your funnel, then there is a process that needs to be taken in order to get results from your lead generation. So whether you are doing more traditional ways of marketing like paper ads or commercials on radio channels or on TV, or probably you're doing some billboards, whether you're doing more traditional ways or you're doing more like digital ways like social media advertising or digital any kind of digital ads like Google ads or putting ads on high traffic websites. These are the different ways that you can generate leads. And a lot of business owners tell me, Mara, I'm spending this much money every month on my lead generation. And two things happen. One is that I do not get enough leads from my lead generation activities, or if I get leads, they are the wrong people. People who call me are not the people that I am looking for, or I'm not able to help them, or they are people who do not have the money to pay me. So these are all things that might go wrong when you do lead generation without a foundation, and I will tell you more about it in a minute. I can see Amiri is here, Nancy is here, Kamal joined us. Welcome, it's great to have you. Hi Nancy, thank you for the lovely hi. It's great to have you. So today I'm talking about lead generation and why lead generation does not give you the results that you crave. So first, I started with the definition of lead generation. And now I would like to grab your attention to the fact that when we do lead generation, there should be some assumptions laying a foundation for that lead generation. And sometimes the problem is these assumptions are not good enough, or these assumptions are not true. So, for example, a lot of business owners, just right when they want to start, they start with lead generation because they assume what I have is a very valuable product or service and everybody needs that. Okay? So, one of the reasons that leads to unsuccessful lead generation is the same assumption. So, if you think what you have as a product or service, doesn't matter, is so valuable and everybody should buy that, that is what lays a foundation for failure. Why? Because anything that you do, whether you sell a product or you offer a service, there should be a problem that people have, and you have a solution for that specific problem. So if you cannot assign your product or your service to a specific problem that people have, then you wouldn't be able to generate leads or high quality leads based on that. So the first thing that you need to do to be successful in your lead generation is identify the problem that you solve. Let me give you an example. Let's say you are a mortgage broker, and you know that people need mortgages to buy a property to live in, or for an investment. Okay, and getting a mortgage can be tough. Okay, so there are so many different people as home buyers or investors in the market. Not all of them have the same problem. Some people have problem to get qualified for the first mortgage, and some people already have a couple of properties. They have problem for getting the third mortgage. So these two groups have different problem and different needs, and therefore your solution should be different for these two groups of people, although both of them want to get a mortgage. So it is very important that you define your audience and know their problem, so that you can offer a specific solution for a specific problem. Let me give you another example. Let's say you are a techie person, you are into IT, and you have created an amazing app that helps people to be more productive. In this sense, probably your audience do not have a problem. Probably they are doing already good, but they have a desire to be more productive. If that is the case, then you should be looking for a desire, a burning desire that your audience have, and you help them achieve this desire. So in your case, probably there is no problem, but you need to identify the desire of your audience and give them a specific way or a specific tool that you can help them with, so that they can achieve their goal and reach their desired level. So having said that, the first and most important thing before you start generating leads is that define the need or the desire that your audience has, and match what you have to offer with that problem or that desire, so that you can make a deeper connection with them when you put ads or when you generate leads through networking. Probably not face to face anymore these times, but probably if you do a lot of networking and attend so many networking events, you are spending a lot of time on that. If you have a specific solution and a very specific way of conveying your message, then that is when you can connect with people and say, hey, you have this specific problem. Guess what? I have a specific solution tailored for you. And that's how you can get connected with people at a deeper level and get higher return on investment on your lead generation. So I would like to welcome Neda and Mahmoud for being here. Thank you for joining me. Also, I can see Mohammed is here from Jami Pictures. Welcome. It's great to have you. Thank you for joining me. And please feel free to ask questions. If you have any questions about lead generation, I'll be more than happy to answer them. So please don't be shy. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and then I'll do my best to answer your question. So for the people who joined us recently, the topic of today's talk is why I'm not getting results from my lead generation. And this is the question that a lot of business owners ask. And the first reason that I mentioned so far is that sometimes the assumptions you have when you want to put a lead generation strategy are not the right assumptions. If you think I have this product or service and everybody loves that, everybody needs that, then that's a not right assumption, and this assumption cannot serve you. You need to convey your message in a way that connects to your audience at a very deep level, and you can only do that when you know your audience inside out, when you know them, their needs, their desires, and how your offering can give them a solution. And this only happens when you have a very well defined brand. This is the job of a brand strategy. When you lay a foundation for your brand and define your brand strategy, you will have the answer for all of these questions. A lot of business owners tell me, Mara, I like to have a powerful brand, but you know what? I don't want to waste any time. I just want to start with lead generation right away and get immediate high paying clients. Well, I'm sorry to say, but it's not likely happen. And what happens is that a lot of business owners jump into the marketing and lead generation without having a brand strategy. And of course, we are not Coca-Cola, we are not Nike, we do not have billions of dollars marketing budget. So what will happen is that the marketing budget shrinks and they do not get good results from it. So I would like to mention a quote from Neil Patel. Probably you know him. He is the king of SEO and, of course, digital marketing. And he says, people buy brands, not marketing. So build something people love. And branding is all about building what connects with people, what people love, what people feel a connection with, and what people trust. And it doesn't matter if you put tons of marketing budget into your business. If you cannot connect with people at deeper level, if you do not have a solid brand, then you will have hard times converting leads, if any, into paying clients. So having said that, it's important to have a solid foundation for your brand. I can see Mandana is here. Welcome, Mandana. Thank you for joining us. Another reason that branding helps you to be more successful in your lead generation is that part of a brand strategy is identifying your differentiator. And this is the second reason that might be why you're not making why you're not getting leads from your activities. If you are same as your competitors. If you offer the same thing with relatively the same price, with the same message, and do the same thing like your competitors, then you will have very hard time to generate leads because your voice gets lost in the clutter of the market. You will not be the expert in the eyes of your audience. So part of brand strategy is that researching on your competitors, knowing them very well, their strengths, their weaknesses, and differentiate yourself from your competitors. Let me ask you a question. If one of your clients asks you, okay, Miss or Mr. So and so, why should I choose you over your competition? Why you and not the other person? If you do not have a crystal clear answer for this question, then guess what? Your client will not have the answer too, and easily they start shopping around, because if you're not different with your competitors, they look into XYZ competitor and shop around for something that connects with them or for the lowest price. And that is where you do not want to be. It's a very vulnerable position because you don't want to be a commodity. You want to look as an expert to the eyes of your clients. You do not want to be compared with your competitors. If this happens, what you need to do, you need to lower your price, you need to discount your offering so that you can get clients. And that's a very vulnerable position to be in. So the second way that a brand strategy helps you generate better leads is that it helps you define your differentiation and differentiating factor, let's say, and set yourself apart from everybody else, stand out in the market, and have your own voice. All right. Thank you, Mandana. I'm glad that you relate to it and you find it true. So, so far, I mentioned two reasons that why your lead generation does not get the results that you crave. First of all, you have a general message. You do not connect your offering with a problem or a desire. You do not communicate your offering effectively. Probably you cannot say, hey, this is the solution that you were seeking, or this is the tool that helps you achieve your desired state. And if you can't say so, then your message will be a general message. It does not connect. The second thing is that if you cannot say why me and why not my competitor, then people cannot say it as well, and you wouldn't be able to generate enough leads. So now I would like to jump into the third reason that might be the reason why your lead generation is not working, and that's a very, very powerful reason. Before that, I would like to welcome Tannaz. It's great to have you, Tannaz. Thank you for spending this time with us. All of you, it's great to have you. Ajayru is with us too. I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you for joining me. It's amazing that you are here, and I really appreciate the time that you are investing in this live with me. Okay, so before I tell you the third reason, I would like to give you a quote from Seth Godin. Okay? The marketing guru, Seth Godin. He says, people do not buy goods and services. They buy relations, stories, and magic. That's so powerful. He's so right. Because I believe in any industry, the market is satisfied. There are so many people doing the same thing, and that's a good thing, of course, because it lays a foundation for many people to become entrepreneurs and have their own small businesses. That's a good and positive thing, and at the same time, it means more severe competition. Okay, so within this competition, people who build relationship with their audience, people who offer stories, people who inspire their audience with the stories, people who create magic for their audience, those are the businesses who can sell. Those are businesses who can generate leads and nurture leads. That's a super important thing, because when you put an ad on social media, or let's say you put an ad anywhere, a billboard, or maybe a digital ad, a Google ad, when you put it there, if you have a connecting and powerful message, you will attract leads. Okay, people might get connected to you, call you, send you an email, and this is the first step. If you don't have a system to nurture the leads, they will go waste. That's how it happens. A lot of business owners spend a lot of money on making videos, content, putting ad, da 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 da, but they have no plan to nurture their leads. And nurturing leads requires effort, time, energy, and of course, understanding. You need to know that leads that you generate are like a person you met for a first time, and let's say you want to go to a date with a person, and you just met them. Okay, so in the first meeting, right when you meet them, you can say, hey, will you marry me? The person will freak out, right? You need to build a relationship with another human being before you ask them to marry you. The same thing applies in business too. When you generate a lead, it's just meeting a person for the first time. Before you ask them to buy your high ticket item, let's say your $5,000 product, you need to build relationships with them. You need to take them for a coffee and probably a few dinners, and then date with them for some time, and then after a while probably you have the permission to ask them to marry you. So the same thing applies in business. As Seth Godin says, people do not buy goods and services. People buy relations, stories, and magic. So you need to have a system to nurture your audience. And nurturing is nothing than educating them or entertaining them, caring about them, being there for them, and only then ask them, hey, will you buy my high ticket item? When they trust you and see you as a human being first and then a business owner, that is when they are willing to take out their credit card and then pay you. Before that, they are not willing to do that because they don't see a relationship. They are not inspired by you. All right. So no problem, Mandana. Thank you for the nice note. Thank you, Nancy, for the thumbs up. Muhammad, thank you for your comments. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments area. And now I want to take it even at a deeper level. So are you ready to hear that? That would be a challenge. That's not and easy part, but I am sure as business owners, you will like it. Okay, are you ready for the fourth reason? I want to take it to a deeper level. If you really want to get results from your lead generation and be able to convert your leads into paying clients, you need to clarify your values. You need to clarify your values. You might be thinking, oh my God, what does it mean? How can my values have any connection with, let's say, a coaching program that I am selling, or I'm a realtor? How can this connect with helping a family buy a property? It sounds irrelevant. But I would like to give you the quote from Simon Sinek. He says, the goal of business should not be to do business with anyone who simply wants what you have. It should be to focus on people who believe in what you believe. And that's how successful businesses operate. So, if you like to know more about this concept, I highly recommend you to go to TED.com website and search Simon Sinek, the why. He has a very powerful TED talk about why behind a business. And he says that your values should be the why behind your business. Of course, any for-profit business is looking for making a sales and having a profit, but it should not be the main goal. The main goal should be something much more than being profitable or making money. And he gives a very understandable example of Apple. And he says Apple is a tech company, and although they have tech products, but they are following something bigger than tech, which is challenging the status quo. So while all the cell phones had like so many buttons, Apple decided to come up with a product with a cell phone with one button. And guess what? In the new phones, even that one button does not exist. So what they did, they challenged the status quo. They are not satisfied with what is already there in the market. So let me bring it to your small business. How can you apply it in your small business? You might be thinking, oh my God, I don't have Apple's budget. And of course, I don't have it too. But the same thing applies to small and medium sized businesses. There should be some values that you are pursuing in your business. Let's say if you are a person who values integrity a lot and that is your first priority, this is something that you need to communicate with your audience. This can be a connecting point because all of us as human beings make decisions by our values. Okay, it might not be that conscious, but this is how we make decisions. This is how we choose jobs. This is how we choose life partners, business partners, locations to live. That's how we conduct our life. So if you come up with three important values of yourself as a person and communicate that value with your audience, then you would be able to generate much more high quality leads, because people who connect with your values come to you and they love to work with you. And that is something that you also achieve in a brand strategy. So before jumping into lead generations and shrinking your marketing budget on lead generation without any foundation, first of all, lay a solid foundation for your branding and have a very clear brand strategy. if you don't know where to start, just feel free to download my 9-step roadmap to building your brand. This is a very powerful workbook that I have created for you so that you can download it for free, read about what is required in a brand strategy, do the homework, and then lay a foundation for your brand business and have some understanding about your brand strategy. On Instagram, please go to my bio. You will find the link, 9-step roadmap to building your brand. On YouTube and Facebook, I will put it in the comment area. And please feel free to ask any questions and let me know your thoughts. I'll do my best to answer your questions. So I can see Nilufar is also here. Masood is here. Welcome. It's great to have you. It's time to wrap up. Sare is here. Hi, Sare. It's great to have you. Welcome. Long time no see. Good to have you. All right, so I would like to wrap up. The topic of today's talk was why I don't get results from my lead generation. And I gave you 4 powerful reasons that it might be the reason that why you are not getting results. First of all, wrong assumptions, thinking that anyone who needs your product is your audience. Anyone who needs your services is your audience. Well, that's not true. You need to find a need and give a solution for that need. You need to find a desire and how you can help your audience achieve that desire, and then connect your product or services with that specific problem or that specific desire. You also need to spend time in your brand, because people connect with the stories. People buy based on relationships, and it takes time, of course. You need to know why you're different from the rest of your competition, because if you don't know this, your voice will be lost in the clutter of the market. And last but not the least, as Simon Sinek says, you need to know your why behind the business on top of making money and making a profit. And that's how you can build a successful business and generate leads. It was lovely to have you. Hi, Ali Reza. Welcome. It's great to have you. I am reaching the end of this session. If you have any questions later on and you would like to ask it, feel free to leave it in the comments area. I will save this live on my social media pages. I will go to it, read your questions, and do my best to answer them. Thank you so much. Hi, Mariam. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me in this live. I'm looking forward to meeting you next week, same time, 12:30 Toronto, Canada time. And have a lovely time. Bye-bye.